actually see that. To the side so you can't really see it. There we go. Oh, hello, hello, hello. I'm making sure you can't see the movie I'm watching. I'm watching Shrek. It's the second movie. Feed me if you dare. Oh God, that cat's fat. He's a big fat orange cat. I love you, my kitty. You're very pretty. I gotta get another laser pointer. I think I'm going to have to order it from Amazon. So I'm going to look here. I'm going to look at eBay. Let's see what eBay has. I get eBay. I get their vitamins. I have been using grass. I'm tracking the package. It's grass fed beef organs and so it's supposed to be in tomorrow. So I'm like, I was happy. I still have a little bit left. I have 9. So I'm like going, well, 29. So I will be enough to, I usually take 3 a day. All right, let's look up. I forgot what I was going to look up. So anyway, oh yeah, that's what I forgot to do. Share. Oh.
Next up, Charlie's 2 halves get wrapped up and sent off to me. You got a friend.
Okay, let me. Oh yeah, laser pointer. That's what I'm looking for. eBay laser pointer. Laser. They got a 3-piece set. Wow. All right. They're usually all free delivery. That's the reason why I get it. Okay, let's see what they have at Amazon for a laser pointer. Yeah, they're a lot cheaper. I'm getting 2 pieces because I went through that one quite quick.
do not. There is no try.
So hi, how are you? I have woken up. I am hanging out with Bobby here, and we are talking about laser pointers. And we're not talking about cats right now. We're talking about self-healing and the different ways you can do it. So, meditation is one, and number two is also believing, believing in yourself, not in other people. You don't go and put your belief in a cat or, you know, the laser pointer will be in 2 days. You can hold off for 2 days. And when you're dealing with self healing, it's also good to do research, and it's good. You're on thin ice. Yeah, you are. All right, I'm back. He's on thin ice. Yeah, you are. So, when you're dealing with self healing, it's also, you did that to bite me. Am I not getting you enough attention? You don't want here, come here. He's not getting enough loving. He's wanting attention. Seriously, yeah. Aw, I don't know what you want. You're being really naughty. Want me to get the spray? I showed him the spray. I didn't spray him. So anyway, what you want to do when you're dealing with self-healing is put yourself around positive people, put yourself around positive situations. Don't be hanging around what I call vampires. They're the people that make you feel bad. They're always going, oh, and they're complaining about everything and nothing works out. Those are the vampires you don't need. The people who are not happy in their situation. They're either bitchy, moaning, or something's going on. you know, Thank you for the thumbs up. It really helps. So, we're talking about self healing. Hello, my lurker. Put a thumbs up. You can subscribe. Today, we are talking about self healing. There's different forms. And when you're dealing with self healing, sometimes you're healing from just a breakup, or you're healing from your post surgery, and you're feeling pains and you've taken meds and it's not working no more. Those meds, you ever notice the more you take, you got to keep more and more, and before you know it, you're taking a lot more, and then you're going, whoa. Now, I've never been in that situation, but yeah, I've never been in that situation. I helped someone get out of that when they became addicted to medication. But as for myself, I've been pretty lucky. I only smoke weed. I've never been addicted to anything. Oh, excuse me. Come on in, Dove. I'm live.
Hey, if you want me to make...
They can't see you anyway. I got it way pointed here.
Anyway, yeah, because I'm in a row. But either way, hey, can you give me some titanium dioxide and zinc oxide to make a natural sunscreen?
Yeah, did you want to put it on Amazon and I can pick it up Thursday?
I guess, yeah. I just want to make a natural recipe for all natural.
Yeah, you did that before. I like that. Make a natural sunscreen, and I like using it.
The only thing is one of the other ingredients is I think the recipe calls for unfiltered coconut oil, I think.
Oh, they have that on Amazon too.
Yeah, and I think they might sell it at Walmart too.
Okay, well, then look at Walmart. All right. Sounds good. Hi, Carrie. Oh, okay. We get a couple lurkers here, It's been less and less lurkers. I know that I used to have one that was an ex-employee that I worked with, and they no longer lurk me. Of course, they also can't afford their own. I think that their internet has been lessened because I'm not the only one that they have done this to. So when you get a court order stating that you can't, it's called stalking, and they do call online stalking. It's a serious thing. 10 years ago, it wasn't. My brother was a really good online stalker. He could do it really well. And don't forget to put the thumbs up. And I really appreciate. Thank you so much for stopping by, Carrie. I really appreciate you. It's been last week went to, I think they had heat warnings last week more than this week. And what happened was it got real hot. And usually when I go into work, it is hot and I sweat. The first 4 hours that I work, all I do is sweat. And that's why I buy stuff to put in. You know how it's blue? That's the stuff you put in for to make your water more enhancement. And it really took I was tired. I was really tired last week with it. The excessive heat warnings about whoop my ass like you could not believe. By Friday, I was supposed to be at my boyfriend's house. I mean, well, he says I'm not his boyfriend, but I was supposed to be at Brandon's house at like no later 11:30. Oh, I didn't get there until 1:20. I was like, what the fuck? What happened was I fell asleep. Yeah. No, it doesn't give me heartburn. What's been giving me heartburn is I told Devin that a certain coffee was giving me heartburn and they used it up. I was like, cool, because it's going to just sit there and get old. And I use coffee on the weekend because if I feel heartburn, I can lay down. I no longer, what? My cat's like wanting me. I no longer drink coffee. This is what I drink right here. I've been drinking this. It's worked more effective than coffee. The coffee alternatives have worked better for me than dealing with, I'm going to be honest, the heartburn just would make me feel so sick. And here I am at work and I got a very physical job where I'm moving all the time and I don't have time to feel sick and crappy. It's not Red Bull. It's 100% natural. It's V8. V8 plus energy, steady energy from black and green tea, peach mango. Yeah, a lot of people have that. The older I got, the more, I got to be in that. I can drink coffee amazingly in a full meal, but if I drink coffee in an empty stomach, it fucks me up. Does that sound right? It's like really weird how my body is because I can drink coffee. I can have eggs, bacon, the whole 9 yards, the hash browns and stuff. But this is V8 energy. It tastes more like fruit juice, like you're drinking fruit juice. It's natural energy. Yeah. Yeah, I do an energy drink too. So, yeah, I do one energy drink a day because it's not just they are habit forming. I'm going to be honest. I've known people who, because they went from one energy drink to 8, that they were told that their heart couldn't take much. Their doctor saying, I wouldn't suggest that much. So they went from 8 to back to 1 to 2, Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I heard Fred say he felt like his heart was just going. I don't know if you remember the diet pill that took off the market because people got too happy with it. We're talking about self-healing here today and how to self-heal. What forms would you take it? And I'm telling you, Manifesting in your mind first is the first part of getting well, and then believing it is the second part. I'm not saying you're going to get well, you can cure cancer, none of that stuff. I'm just stating it's a well-being. What? Oh, I didn't pet you. Okay, there. So, what? So, in self healing, starts off with the acknowledgement that we are our special. Would you quit it? I got a spray bottle with your name on it. Now step back. So, we have heard about a lot of people. Of course, it was India and all that, but even in America, where people go, I meditated, and they had shown where people have also prayed, the power of prayer, where people have prayed for a person, and a miracle happened. Uh, their cancer was no longer there. Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're all working hard together and making our numbers up. So yeah, thank you. You have a good day at work too. So when you're dealing with healing, it's not magical. It's all mental. It's all in. Would you quit it? You're really pissing me off. He's like, he wants me to do this. See, that's what he wants. See, it doesn't work. I ordered some. He's addicted little turd. That's what he wants. He wants that. So when you're dealing with self-healing, I wouldn't necessarily say get an animal, but it does help with having another. Uh, I guess to say something that you would have to take care of. I've always been taking care of somebody, so this is the first time I had to take care of just numero uno me. So when I had to take care of myself, it was a whole different thing. I thought, well, I'm going to be taking care of myself. I'm going to, watch, how to take care of myself. And it's easier said than done because we get into a certain type of, I guess it would be schedule where our body's used to sleeping a certain amount of time. When they changed, I was thankful when they did do the changeover in the time. It was during a long weekend where we had a Friday off, and then we had time for our bodies to get used to going on 10 to 6 is a whole different matter. Yeah, it is. Isn't it? So yeah, I went and bought some. I like to have yogurt and take it with me to work because I'm not someone who makes, you know, I just, that's the way I am. So I took yogurt to work, and it's easier. It's not just what you put into your body, it's what your mind is and what my dad would call as the God spark inside us that can make healing possible. He said we were made to heal ourselves. There shouldn't be cancers because every day we are bombarded by radicals, they call it free radicals, that are all kinds of diseases and stuff, which our bodies fight off. And that's where you have the natural healing where you mentally see that. There's been prayer proven where people have used their mind, and they're talking where people have had cancer cells that were really bad. I mean, we're talking where their cancer was in a lot of parts of the body where guys like, well, what's going on with me? And they go, well, you got cancer. And he goes, oh, hey, we're going to go and I'll spend some time meditating. And from what the story that was told to my family, and they retold it to us kids, that this man had been riddled with all kinds of, just growths throughout his body. It was starting to protrude. And he had gone with his family and they had gone and prayed. And when they, spend time praying, a lot of people are like, are you afraid you're going to die? And he goes, look, they give you stuff that is meant, it's like poison to kill this cancer. And he says, we have our spark within us, and we can reach out to other sparks to get more love and healing. So I don't understand, the whole thing with cancer and stuff. I've always thought that they would use alternative medicine instead of just more poisons to put into our body. I'm going to brush you. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh. And that's what I always thought, as time went on, that they would get smart. You're seeing that there's enough prolonged proof with a lot of stuff. You're not putting any poisons in, but in the same thing, you're not, doing anything but praying or meditating and believing. But what if they had, where people had choices to self-heal and to have what they call healing centers, actual centers where people go in and they meditate and they take the toxins out through meditation. Could you imagine that? If it actually worked, where people are going in and meditating and shrinking cancer cells and making and believing themselves to be better, you know. So I was thinking of, trying products and telling you the cheaper version over at eBay. And when I ordered a product, let me show you, as being healing and treating your body good, I have been using this thing called the Face Tallow. Now, I've ordered this when I am on Snapchat, and I thought, well, it's, I ordered the I think it was a 4-pack, yeah, because I gave Brandon one. And mind you, I ordered the facial tallow, same company, shows the same ingredients, except they are different. What's the difference? There is absolutely no smell for the one I got on eBay. No smell, no color. If you notice, it's a white color. Now watch this. This is, mind you, supposedly the same company. It's the same color. It's white. It has a slight smell. And I thought that was weird, I mean, why would, and this is supposedly, so I'm almost thinking maybe one isn't a real company and one is. I don't know, but I have been using this face tallow for a while. And of course, I want to tell you, tallow is something, it's like a byproduct after they manufacture beef, and they would use it in creams and stuff for women. Of course, men now use it, and it has been proven by women who look good, but I think it's because they just take extra care. And this is, right now I'm showing you self-care in any kind of healing process that you or me or anyone in the world would have. We have, all of us, every single being has the ability to heal thyself, to do that. What is done in heaven is done on earth, and I believe that. And I believe the fact of the power of prayer is so important. So if you have someone who is, dealing with cancer, they're dealing with healing, they're dealing with the fact of having to, feel that way. Like today, I was like, I I was listening to a beautiful minister today on Agape, and when you don't know how much healing you need or how much prayer, and it just happens to pop up, and you're going, it was on Facebook for Agape, and I'm like, okay, let's, what, I need to put aside for some of my spiritual healing. So that's how I came up with today's topic, was because I had a spiritual healing in dealing with Agape and dealing with somebody else praying for me. I asked them to pray for Brandon, that, more or less, I want him to have a good day. I want him to understand that I know I'm a bad, I hurt him. And it's, I almost think that the person did that knowing full-heartedly who I was going out with and didn't really care. And I hope that the person who thought that they were, being someone who is, I don't know, people like that are just not nice. So yeah. Well, I haven't heard anything on that glove place, so I'm just, like I said, I pretty well feel that, you know. Well, I ordered 2. So I will get one. It's mine. Yeah, so after a time I thought to myself, wow, I came from a family who, I guess you would say, there is no real, I say agnostics would be the closest thing, but my family has a broader range how I was brought up. I was brought up to be told I can do anything. My family were pretty open-minded to a lot of stuff, like in when it dealt with the mind, it dealt with the physical. So when I seen my mom's side of the family, which were very religious and very scary, because religion can be very scary if you take it to a fact that you would hurt someone over religion, you would kill someone over religion. And that's what a lot of uh, battles or, fights have been. And I think it's stupid. This is supposed to be, if it's not a religion of love, then it's not what I want. I don't want a religion telling me that I can only wear, it's obvious you shouldn't go to church or into a public place that is where you should be a professional attire wearing inappropriate wear. And that'd be a man wearing super shorts or pants that are super tight that don't go with the outfit, and it's just not right looking. All right. I used to say about going to when you go to court or anything with like shorts and a t-shirt. But then I had a judge at one time, he was wearing Hawaiian shirt. So go figure. So yeah, I mean, when you're dealing with that, and I was always told you can meditate and get rid of that pain. So a lot of times, if I have a bad headache or what, okay, I'll try it again. See, he gets all excited. That's what he does. He wants you to play with him. So let me show you my floor what I do. You're wondering. He gets all excited. It doesn't stay held. You got to press it a certain way. It will work for a short time because you got to keep pressing it. And I ordered 2 more. There's 2 in the pack. I could have ordered just one, but I figure, frick, is that will last a couple of months. Because look at this. Look at this amazing. He's like, I'm having fun. Ah, it's fun. Bum 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 da 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 bum 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 bum. Well, I finally got to work, but I ordered a couple new ones, and it's getting warm in here, so I am going to go in to the vent and open it up for a short time because it gets really warm in here towards the evening. So I know it's blowing. Oh yeah. And my family, I've been meditating since I was quite young because my family, I couldn't be held down. Most of my family would they were very how can I say, open-minded. The stuff that they are talking about now as new information and new stuff is something I've been dealing with all my life, and the information I have known. Meditation is awesome for dealing with high blood pressure, it's dealing with stress. Meditation is also good for you're looking for answers, you're dealing with a problem at work and you don't know what to do. So you go outside, you hear the birds, you whatever it is, the noise that puts you in a good meditative spirit. It could be putting your headphones on and meditating to that. It's many things that you can do to make your life better, to help a healing process. You could be going through cancer, you could be going through a divorce, you could be going through a breakup, you could be going through dealing with a obsessive cat through lasers. I'm talking about you, Bobby. So when you're dealing with an obsessive cat that likes lasers like a lot, like can't live without it, okay, he can live without it, but god dang, watch, after a while, he will bother me to have me do the lasers. Yep, he's coming here. He'll watch me. Watch. This is how I'm going to get him down. I got to play with it, try to get it to stay on. All right, got to stay on. Now I'm going to be doing some, oh yeah, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to share. Ah, I've been on for a while and I haven't shared. Oh my. So, I usually put it on X. You know, since they changed over from Twitter to X, I like it better. Twitter was so negative. It was so far left that it got to the point where I didn't even want to go on there at all. And I know a lot of people, including myself, I think there's about 5 people from my family, including my father, who quit doing Twitter. Now quit it. Go down. So here I am. Let me put some music on. Well, that's from the library. So we're talking about healing and another ways through music. They have known a good way to meditate. If you want to meditate and you have say you're going to be taking a test.
Kunst ist das größte Geschenk Gottes. Lieben wir sie auch im nächsten Jahrtausend. Die Wiener Philharmoniker und ich wünschen Ihnen ein herzliches
I understand a little bit. I have German, so I do understand some. It's more or less when it comes like Vienna, Germany, they're all about the motherland and what they put into it. You know, it's like hard on. So anyway, I've been playing with this. I got to get to where it actually works. Do, 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 do. My father loved this song. Oh my God. Loved it. I grew up with this song all throughout my life. And it always reminds me of my dad. And yes, he loved animals to a certain extent. So when you're dealing with healing and self-healing, it's not just a frame of mind, it's really believing you have a spark within yourself in order to heal yourself. For my friend Crazy Christine, who I got my amethyst from, yeah, it's a beautiful amethyst. I do love it. And hi. So when you're dealing with self-healing, it is you are the key. Every single person on this planet is a very powerful entity. Oh, look, see? He's telling me, he's not being rude. Yeah, you want it? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? See? Oh, I'm going to kill that person who did this to me. Oh, God. All right. So when you're dealing with self-healing, it's good to be, all right, we have stressors in life. If you have a high-stress job that is causing you heartburn, it's causing you sleepless nights, it's causing you to not function well, how well paid are you? Is that job stressful because people aren't doing their job? Would you be better off looking for a better job? That is another health reason you might think about. Not that I'm not. What I'm saying is that's, I had not colleagues, my son's one teacher, she had told me that she had to quit teaching because the school in Detroit where we were at, she had to quit there because it was too stressful. It was just way too stressful for her. So what she did was she had to move because she said, I had to move the job. She went to, she was asked to go to a private school outside Michigan because we were living in Michigan at the time. I'm telling you this. Sometimes she said that all the medication, because she stated that her insurance paid for all of it, but she stated her health was so much less. She said to worry about my medication getting in the wrong hands was another thing. She goes, I moved from my, all right, she had stated she moved from her job thinking that the money would be different. She said she doesn't drive, so she doesn't spend about $150 to $200 in gas. So that already is pocket money. And she said that she doesn't even take out like she used to, so she saves another $150. So she said the job that seemed like was way less is actually costing her a plus in her health. She's eating better. She has joined the gym and she lost weight. She said her first year she lost so much weight that when she went to her old job, they didn't recognize her. She said, I literally lost half a person and no one recognized me. I rang the doorbell and they said, who is this? And she said her name and they go, we don't believe. She goes, I got my ID. I didn't change it. So she brought the ID out, says, this is what I used to look like. And they are like floored. This has been 12 months afterwards. She said last year, you know, she was talking to them. She didn't want to move out of that situation because she loved the kids, but she also thought, you know what, if it's that stressful for me, maybe they'll fix something. But they never fixed anything. She said it got worse. And she said, you know, there's only out of the 20 people or 20 or 30 people she was working with, she felt that there's only one left. She said it's really bad. They're thinking moving, you know, she said it was just too stressful. They didn't know what they were doing. And I go, no, it didn't sound like it, like they were grappling with hooks going, okay, we got an answer today for a question of last week, or we got this. Is just like, she said, it was to the point where it was always riding at the seat of your pants. And you didn't, she said, there's times she didn't know if next year she would have a job. So she said when she went to this other job, it was less pay. She goes, it was $8 less. And she said, well, for being $8 less, she said that after a year, she was up to almost what she was making at her other job. And then it's just stating from somebody saying, hey, you know, I got to heal. That's another way to heal. Myself, I was lucky, you know, I guess you call trash kind of takes itself out. You know, if someone's not going to work, what I'm saying is not trash, it's just the non-working. All right. You know, oh my gosh, he gets crazy. He's addicted to laser. My cat's addicted to laser. So if you're wanting to heal and your idea is not doing anything, you're not going to heal. But you have to take steps. Either, and this is what I tell people, you got to change your life. You got to have to want to change your life. Exercise. Better Me has a great website, and it talks about food. It talks about, you know, being a well, you know, for health in your body. Now, recently they had, if you are familiar with Annabelle, they're talking about how Annabelle, the poltergeist Raggedy Ann, who has a bunch of evil things in it, and they're saying that it killed the guy who was taking care of it. Now, being that the guy was overweight and that he, before going on this scary tour with other people, didn't go visit a doctor, as far as I know. Didn't get a doctor saying he's in perfect health. Went on this tour, passed away. It was Annabelle. It's the one, it's a famous doll. Look it up, Annabelle. And, oh shoot, what's the guy's name? Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Don Revere. Okay, now they have the cause of death, so let's look at this. Dan Revere, coroner shares update on possessed Annabelle cause of death. All right, let me see. Well, they haven't really talked about it, but they said the BS saying that the doll killed Dan Riviera is BS, and is natural causes, more or less. You have high blood pressure. If you're overweight, your heart is big. When you become morbidly obese, what happens is your heart does not get any bigger. How big is your heart? I'll tell. Yes, I know you're there. Take your hand, put it in a fist, and that is how big your heart is. Put it over here where your heart would be, right here or whatever. And that is how big. So it doesn't matter how big or how little you get, your heart stays the same size. And if you have an enlarged heart, that means your heart could have a possibility of stopping and never starting again. That happened to a friend of mine. What? Oh, I know how to get you. He's like looking for this. Look, he's got that look. He's like, oh, come on, mommy. He's wiggling his tail. Come on, look at, he wiggles his tail. Yeah, I know when you want to play. He's like, oh, I want to play. He'll wiggle his tail. He'll like wiggle it. So we're almost done, and we have been talking about healing and self-healing, self-care, and taking care of yourself in a better way where you can feel happy. If you have no self-healing or self-care, then what do you have? Do you just, this is what I tell people this. If you're addicted to something, you're addicted to alcohol or some type of drugs, seek help, because eventually your body can only go so far. You can only drink so much. Even if you're over 21 and you're 22 or, in your mid 20s, if you have any other underlying health condition, diabetes, weight issues, it will affect your health. It could affect the way if you're diabetic, if you're sugar, all kinds of stuff. So always think about that. It's important to, if you want to self-heal, you got to make sure, you're healthy. You eat healthy, and it's not like pizza all the time. You have a healthy attitude, So, yeah. And I tell people that my cat's addicted to this laser shit. He's waiting down here. Look, he's right here. So here we are, almost done. I've been playing around with my cat, talking about healing and self-healing. Another thing is, and I tell people this, they even sell it on Amazon. I have yet to get it. It is where you have a little garden, and they have different forms. They have it where you can have hydroponics, and they have a form on Amazon for having plants. Having plants, having herbs, fresh herbs into your food that is really good. It's nice to, I never had to go. It was when I got married into my other family. They never had herbs year round. Being that you live in California, you have tepid weather pretty much year round. And we had that all the time where you can get it. So I had fresh mint, I had fresh thyme, I had, there were certain parts of the yard that would be different, fresh pickings, And my son goes, how do you know about, this and that? And I go, Grandma always had that. And I am thinking of having, it's kind of a lemon balm plant. They're famous for being son of a bitches, for transplanting them and everything. Kid you not. they are picky motherfuckers. Oh, and what I do is that I used to do this, and this is how I was taught. If you have lemon balm and you're having a problem, and the reason why they're not working now is you got to get, and I tell people this, when you move them, what you do is when you first plant them, you put them in a plant that either is a carton that disintegrates eventually, because they are really weird about the soil next to them. You almost have to integrate it slowly. That's why I say I used to use a milk carton, which now milk cartons are not in cartons. They're in, like a Capri Sun package. And it's not really that great. So you have a Capri Sun package that you can't, it won't disintegrate in the earth. So now you get these, they look like brown little web thing, and you put them in the ground, and after about so many months, they disintegrate. That's what you can use. Lemon balms are not happy products that like to be touched or put in, you can't just move them and throw them in another thing. They'll do fine, because it's like surgery for a plant. When we get surgery, it's major, and for a plant it is, and it means they can, die. So, lemon balm is one of the hardest ones, and my grandma was an expertise in moving them, and I had a neighbor say, really? And I told her what to do, and she goes, I do that. No, you don't. She would lie to me, and I'd watch her do it, So, anyway, we're getting close to closing off tomorrow. I'll be here at 6. I want to be here a little bit beforehand. I have to share my stuff, and I forgot to put hashtags, so I got to figure out when I do know what I'm talking about. I try to get the hashtags ready so I can have it more readily available. I need to get 20 more subscribers so I can make 500 subscribers, and I want to really push on having the snake lady, because I need to get this going. So you guys have a blessed, wonderful day. Don't forget, you have a problem, you have stuff, meditate, ask Jesus, ask whoever to help take care of your problems, because ourselves, we're all this spark, we're all on the same team. Unless you're a complete asshole, then you can be on your own team. All right. So I make sure my cat gets plenty of exercise. He does. And he is my buddy. So thank you very much. Keep love and light into your heart, and share your spark and love with everyone else, and you will get it back. Omega out.